computer, I was not, but now I am. So now we're good, okay? Thank you. Okay, so we're zoomed in, we're ready to go. I'm not going to set up my table. I'm not going to do anything. Like I'm not going to set up the mirrors. You guys all know how to do all that, right? So if I hold something up, you're going to imagine that that's in the box that I'm holding up. Yes? Okay. So here's, first of all, the new starter kit, right? Everybody was here last week, saw this. And just so that I can get behind. Okay, any questions before we start? No? Okay. All right. Can you tilt the monitor down so that they can actually see the flip chart and not just the ceiling? There, awesome. Okay. So first things first, when you look at this flip chart, it says get the party started to begin your party setup, flip the page. That means the customers are seeing this side. Cool? You know that, right? So then this part on the back is your script. Okay? So everybody's talking and milling around at the party. Talking. You're guests now, right? So you're talking, you're milling around, okay? And Donna's going to be my hostess. Hey, Donna, come here. And so Donna is the one hosting the party, and the first thing I'm going to say to her is, do you mind doing something for me, honey? Okay, so you know the satin handset that I did for you as soon as we came in? Are you listening now? Sorry, I know I told you to talk, but I mean now. Okay, so now I'm actually doing something. Do you know the satin handset that I showed you when we first came in, because I did it with you when I was first setting up? Do you mind doing that with everybody who comes in? Just grab them and get them to do that at the sink. So do you remember the order? Okay, so it's first the softener on wet skin, and then the scrub, and then your moisturizer. And we have this awesome little tank card I'm going to give you, put in front of the sink so that you can follow those instructions, okay? Yeah, there's 10 cards in the kit. Okay, so they have the exact instructions, so it's right in the mirror. I've got it all set up for you right in front of the sink in your kitchen, and you just need a towel and just grab everybody. I know they're busy, they're talking, they're eating. Just grab somebody and just be like, you don't need them all at once. Okay? Okay, cool, awesome, thanks. Got it, okay. And then, so I'm gonna get her doing that while I'm setting up the mirrors and the trays. I'm going to greet everybody. I make sure, like I've already gotten to know everybody. So we've already done some of this before. So this is as though the party has started. So everybody's sitting in front of me at the table. Yeah, okay. And so I realize in this situation, I'm going to be looking broader than I normally would, because normally they'd be right here. Yes, okay. So first of all, you guys can see the scripts behind you, right? So if you don't have a flip chart in front of you, can you share? Just kind of wiggle one down so you can see it. Oh, and I got one here too. This is Jade's. Make sure she gets it back. Does anyone need one to share? No. Who could use one? Bree? Yeah, it looks like, yeah. Erica and Suzanne, you got one?
They need one back there.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Jackie. So my imaginary friend growing up was named Cindy, therefore today Cindy's hosting the party because Cindy always hosts. Cindy is she's my imaginary friend in all these situations. So I just want to welcome everybody for coming. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for coming. Cindy has been such a great friend and such a great customer to me. I'm so excited that she decided to do this. I reward all my Mary Kay hostesses with like the most fabulous Mary Kay perks. So I'm going to totally tell you about them at the end of the party. Lots of times in the middle of the party, I get people going, like, what does Cindy get? She gets you here at the party, but she also gets free stuff. So I want to know, what did you love most about your satin handset? What did you love most? Donna, what did you love most? So that's what I do, okay? We're not going to actually, okay? Don't your hands feel great? All right, I can't wait to show you some of the most amazing products that Mary Kay loves and that the women love. And first I'm going to tell you what we're going to do at the rest of the party. So we're going to introduce you to some Mary Kay products, and then at the end, I'm going to steal you over there for an individual consultation so that we can go over exactly what would be best for you. So, and don't forget, I have a goodie bag for you. Remember how I got you to answer those questions? I have a goodie bag for you over in the other room. So as soon as we're done, I'm going to whip people over to there. So if you have to go first, You're the one that's coming with me first. All right, so first thing I want to do is start with introductions. I want you to tell me your name, how you know Cindy, and then, you know, you could tell me an embarrassing story about her. Or, you know, something that she wishes she hadn't done in college, or something fun about her, or what you admire about her. Why don't you go first, Donna, right? Just like that. Good? Okay, so now I'm going to pause. Questions? Any questions? Yes.
Is it a good idea to memorize these scripts so we're not constantly looking down at the words?
Yeah, it is a great idea. So, but it's not a great idea to memorize them just exactly as they are written, so that you are like, hello and welcome to the Mary Kay party. Today we are going to be looking at our, and it's not great to do that. Then we're going to get together for individual consultation to discuss. Yes?
I think it's a great idea to memorize them, but I also would suggest don't wait until you have the script memorized to do your parties, because it's just a stalling tactic that we tell ourselves, right? I can't do a party because I don't remember the script.
Yeah.
It's right there on the paper.
Right here. Plus your recruiting average goes up when all they have to do is read, flip, and squirt. Right? So I don't need these. Do you not agree? Do I need these scripts? No. I could do a Mary Kay party in my sleep and often do. Because this is my life. So there's lots of times that there are cleanser emergencies in my party and my dreams. But I use this at a party and will use this. I've done 3 parties so far with this. And facials, because I want her to see that everything's right in front of her. So she doesn't have to remember everything. Because sometimes the better we get, the less we recruit. So I want you to be okay with just reading it. Work at it, practice it for sure, but don't stop doing it. The best practice is in front of people, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do the introductions, everything it says a tip. You might want to ask the hostess what she does for a living, whatever, okay? I like embarrassing stories. That's my first one. It always breaks the ice. So I would like to tell you a little bit about this lady. So who is this lady? Right, here's a ticket for you, okay? I do tickets. I'm still going to do tickets. So even though they're not in here, I'm still going to do them. So yeah, this is Mary Kay Ashton. She's a guest at our party too. She's here too. And so she was a single mom. She was struggling to make ends meet. She was struggling to kind of build a financial growth plan for her family. And she did a direct sales industry for a very long time as a single mom. And then after doing it for 25 years, she retired in protest because they actually they actually hired a man for a position above her that she had trained. So then when she quit, she said to her husband, and now this is not here, but she said to her husband that she was really frustrated with the direct sales industry, and he said, you should probably write a book. And then when she wrote that book, he said, maybe we should do this. So she wished that there was a company where women could just be rewarded for their skills and abilities. She didn't have to sit and wish, so she decided she could start that company herself. And the rest is history, or like we like to say, her story. Every day that I have the privilege of being with amazing women like you, I'm proud of my decision to start my Mary Kay business. And I'm proud that Mary Kay works on the principle of the golden rule. So they emphasize the importance of giving back. Because of that, that's my story too. I'm a small business owner, and when you buy from me, you're supporting my dreams and our local community. How many of you appreciate doing business with companies that are socially or environmentally responsible? And they always ask them this. And then I say, so how many of you have ever boycotted a company that wasn't socially or environmentally responsible? Yes? How many of you are maybe not shopping at Sears because they've not given pensions to all their top level employees? How many of you don't go to Walmart because they don't treat their employees properly? I know that for me, I like to support a company that does good, and you'll be glad to know that when you use Mary Kay products, you're supporting something that does good. When you wash your face with Mary Kay, there are women and children who finally have a safe haven because of the more than $1.24 million that the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation has donated to domestic violence shelters across the country. When you moisturize with Mary Kay, you're supporting women dedicated to supporting women living with cancer through the Look Good, Feel Better campaign. So that's what we do. And did you know that we actually started the Look Good, Feel Better campaign, that was Mary Kay sales director. From every dollar raised by the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation, 97 cents goes back into that charity, which is unheard of. Most companies have a very large profit margin they make even in charities. So it's easy to get behind a company with that kind of heart and soul, don't you agree? Knowing our actions today will affect the quality of life for future generations, Mary Kay continuously seeks opportunities to reduce our environmental impact. While we're always thinking pink, we are always thinking green, and we strive to establish sustainable initiatives that support the community. We're actually a zero landfill company. So that's a big deal to me. Mary Kay Ash realized women needed an opportunity. I might insert questions in here, guys. I often do, okay? And then get tickets for that. Mary Kay Ash realized women needed an opportunity to achieve financial success while balancing their lives and their values and priorities. She believed that our priorities were family, for her faith first, family second, and career third. So notice it says God first here. If you don't want to say that, you can say faith first. It's over here in the little margin thing. Okay? Yes? Because faith can be anything, right? She found out that when she put her life in this order, everything seemed to work out. And there's so many women who agree with these priorities, don't you? Have you ever worked for an employee who doesn't, or employer who doesn't think that it should be faith first, family second, career third? It should be their business first and everybody else second. In fact, millions of women around the world in nearly 40 countries have embraced the opportunity, which makes Mary Kay one of the largest direct sellers of skincare and color cosmetics in the world. And I always say this, right now there's a woman in Russia doing a skincare class. Right now there's a woman in China able to have her second or third baby because of a skincare class. So I'm so blessed that our company gives that to other women. The Mary Kay opportunity thrives today because it's a great way to earn extra income, right? Women like skincare, women like makeup, so they like to buy it. And because it's real women helping other women look and feel their best. So every woman has their own reason for starting Mary Kay business. They might want to like pay off student loans. They might want to have some fun money. They might want to travel. Some recognize that it can be their primary source of income and they can offer them freedom. So I just want to know really quick around the table, what would be your favorite thing about owning a business? Not necessarily Mary Kay, your favorite thing about owning any business. And then I just go around the table. Okay, questions, tickets, or answering. This is a great way to see what they would like. Good, yes? Now you're going to do your iStory. And by the way, at the end, we are going to teach you how to do your iStory, and we're going to do this in small groups. So your iStory is coming. So I am not going to look at this one because my iStory is pretty much here, all right? So I've been building my Mary Kay business for 7 years, and I was a customer for a really long time before that. In fact, I was pregnant with my son, and he is almost 14 now, and you know, a real gigantic pain in my rear. So I like to be out of the house more than I did when he was little. But my mission is to empower women and to change the world one face at a time. My vision is to just be with people, but to realize that the more that a woman feels good about herself, then the more that she will take that to her family, and then her children feel good about themselves, and then they take that to school, and then the kids feel good about themselves at school, and so on and so forth. They go home, they treat their mothers better, and now their mothers feel better. And that cycle is why I do this job. One of my goals is to be a national sales director, so I am building a team of 20 directors, which basically means 20 women who are running a Mary Kay business that is an actual profitable business of a six-figure income. And I do, by the way, make a six-figure income in Mary Kay, so if it's something that you thought nobody could make any money in, I do. With all of you here today, you're helping me fulfill my mission, my vision, and my goals. So I just want to thank you so much, because if I didn't have customers, I wouldn't have a job. So I'm so excited to meet you people. I'm so excited Cindy introduced me to you. One of the things that I love about this is that it allows a woman to create a business that fits her life. So for me, I was able to homeschool my kids for 3 years and still earn a six-figure income in Mary Kay. And that was really powerful for me. I've earned 5 cars. I've earned like 15 diamond rings. And really the best thing about my business in my life is the self-improvement and self-growth I've gotten from it. So if any of that interests you, that's really great. And Mary Kay Ash always said that there's one person at the party that's the next Mary Kay beauty consultant, so you can't point at me. So I want you to point at each other and tell me who's the next Mary Kay beauty consultant, who would be the best at this job? And they all do, okay? And if they're really super awkward, you're like, okay, who's the kindest person? Who's the most loving person? Who's the sweetest person? Who's the most ambitious person? Get it? Okay? So do you know that Mary Kay spends millions of dollars and conducts over 500,000 tests each year to ensure that Mary Kay products meet the highest standards of quality, safety, and performance? Did you know that? 500,000 tests each year. There's millions of customers because we consistently deliver the benefits women want at great prices. Our prices, you guys, are really comparable to very low prices, but they're a very high-end product. So our products are department store products. They are not drugstore products. And we have drugstore prices. So it's really, really great because you can get a really high-end product at a very inexpensive price. So how many of you have a cosmetic graveyard? This says a drawer full of makeup and skincare mistakes. I say cosmetic graveyard. How many of you have a cosmetic or skincare graveyard? right? Like products that you just don't use anymore, that shampoo that you didn't like, or the powder that was the wrong color, or that made you look like Casper. Anybody? Yeah? All right, so the thing about this is that I did that too. I had that too before I started buying from Mary Kay. And one of the things I loved is that I could make a risk. I could take a risk and try something new because Mary Kay has a satisfaction guarantee. That means that every dollar you spend, you're gonna end up with products that you love. And if there's anything you take home and you don't love, you can decide later to swap or return. Just let me know because I can exchange it or offer you a refund. Got it? So you're totally fine for everything. And by the way, did you know that all ingredients in Mary Kay products sold in Canada meet Health Canada, the US FDA, and European Union safety standards? That's a pretty big deal. Any questions so far, you guys? This is all intro, so this is really fast. You see how I'm going really fast? I'm gonna hand out quick tickets, whatever, but it's really fast. It's never this quiet. Never ever, right? And if it is, it's creepy. So don't worry, okay? It won't be this creepy and quiet when you're reading. You'll be like,
I've had a party like that.
so
They
they,
were all,
you
it
know,
was scary, but they were all actually paying attention and learning. It was nice. It
Yeah.
scared the crap out
it's
of me.
scary
I'm
because
not
you're
that kind
like,
of a
could you
person.
pay attention? Could you do it? You're fine. Alicia, don't walk
change
over. Oh, okay. I was like, well, you can do that, but don't feel like it's a big hassle for us. You're good. Okay, so I want you to take a look at your skin in a mirror. Take a look at your skin. Look at your skin. We did not formulate these mirrors to make you look bad, so if you don't feel you look good, it's not my fault. You know how you sometimes go into a change room and you're like, did they want me to work out? Like, what is this? Okay, that's not what we do. All right, so I want you to think to yourself that how old you look, how old you are, sorry, is your business. I'm not gonna ask you. But how old you look is mine. So whether you're 17, 70, or anything in between, we all want beautiful skin, right? And we buy lots of makeup every year. Women buy lots of makeup to get beautiful skin, but they can have beautiful skin otherwise. So if I could wave a magic wand and change one thing about your skin, what would it be? There you go. Yeah, everybody does that, right? Like, I just want, like, what's this? You know, and like, could you just, and if somebody's like, nothing, my skin is perfect. Oh, good. Don't you want it to stay that way? Not, oh, no, it's not. You have age spots. Don't do that. Okay? So, are you ready to get your problem solved? Are you ready? Okay, today's your day. We're going to pamper you. We're just going to take 30 minutes. It's going to take 30 minutes for me to talk, but here's the thing. I'm not living in your bathroom, so it won't take 30 minutes for you to do this every day. It's only going to take like 3 minutes. How many of you have 3 minutes? 2? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, you can do this with a kid banging on the door. You can do this with your husband going, are you ready yet? You can do this very, very quickly. It's going to take you about 30 seconds in the morning and 30 seconds at night. So we're going to introduce you to my favorite product, which is the Miracle Set. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm still going to do satin hands or satin lips before the Miracle Set. I'm still going to do it. I don't need to have a flip chart page for that, right? I can do that super quickly, or I can do it as people come in if I want, or you could skip it. The beautiful thing about the flip chart and the binder is you could add pages if you wanted to. Couldn't you? You can print them on beautiful cardstock. You can find PNGs and make your own graphics. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you do it, but you could if you really wanted to. And when products change, we can get a new page instead of a new flip chart. Because our flip chart from before went through like 40 different revisions. So you don't want that. All right, so we're gonna just go straight for the Miracle Set. So I want you to just kind of take a look at this set together. This is the Time-Wise Miracle Set, and it's a premium collection of age-fighting products that work together beautifully to deliver the benefits you need for younger skin. Somebody ask me a question because I'm dying.
Is this flip chart the way that you did it before you got the flip chart?
Yeah, pretty much. Like the same order. Yeah, I always talked about Mary Kay Ash. I always talk about the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation and things like that. And my iStory. Yeah, I was on the committee, so there's a lot of me here. Yeah. Lo?
Do you sit or stand throughout?
I often stand, but if it's 2 or 3 people, that gets super weird. But remember that standing equals authority. So at any time, if you're sitting and you feel you do not have control anymore, stand up. If you feel like you are too familiar or you're just hanging out and you're not actually, especially if you have friends at a party the worst, Don't you agree? Friends at the party, like, it's the worst. You're super awkward. You're just like, I know you know me. I know you've seen me in all situations, and now I'm standing here with a flip chart. You know, then if you feel like you're getting too familiar, stand up. Create more professionalism from it. Yeah. I mostly stand up. Like, it's pretty rare that I sit down until we're doing the individual close or something like that. Yep.
So weird question. I went to a party once where it was like a little round table and there were 4 people seated around it.
Mhm.
Where do you stand?
A lot of times, like when that happens and there's nowhere to put the flip chart or anything else, right, and it's 4 people, then I'll stand and wander around with it. And when we had the flip chart before, it was a foil binder, and I just did it like this. I couldn't read it, but I didn't need to. What is the point of the flip chart, guys? It's not just so that you have a script. Yeah, and women need to read things too. But the beauty books are great, except then what are they doing? Yeah, they go through it. Are they listening? No, and they're not looking at you. Okay, right?
What about this here?
How's the microdermabrasion? You're like, we haven't even started. Like, what's happening? Yeah, so this allows them to go here. They're looking here. You've been trained your whole lives to do this, to sit and watch a flip chart, because you've been trained with a board at school. Yes, you've been doing this. So because you have, you know that other people have too. And then it gives you just a little bit of a cue that you can say different things. I used to love the flip chart when I did it because it reminded me to say follow-up appointment. And I would put little stickers on the pages that I wanted to say follow-up appointment on. My flip chart, you guys would have tons of Post-its on it. And it will. Mine will. Okay, I don't necessarily need the script, so I might actually put a piece of paper in the back and just have the key points. If you're the kind of person that knows it, but then if it gets in front of you in a paragraph and you just can't read it and you're all distracted, then you're going to take, that's the beauty of a page protector. You can take a piece of white paper and retype just the headings and maybe the key pieces of information you want to remember and shove that sucker in there, right? Okay, so don't feel you have to read every single word of the paragraphs. It doesn't have to be like that. That there's some in bold for a reason. Do you notice that? Those are for what you want to have to remember. So for example, I never remember all of the different benefits of the 11 age fighting benefits. I mean, it's been 7 years. I still don't remember them all. I'm super happy that they're all here, right? So just like that. Okay, I'm hydrated now. All right, so you ready for a miracle? It's a miracle. One of the things I always say is like Mary Kay is age fighting, but that doesn't mean we are anti-aging necessarily, even though we might sell anti-aging products. We like aging. It's way better than the alternative, which is death. If your skin is aging, it means you're still living, and that's okay. But what we would like for you is to be able to have amazing, beautiful, glowy, youthful skin. So quickly tell me, really fast, before we get into what we want this miracle to do, I want you to tell me what would happen to your skin as you age. And that's when I give out tickets. So they'll be like, wrinkles. They always say wrinkles. They're like, yep. Okay, what else? Because what happens is otherwise that they only think of wrinkles. And they're like, I like my wrinkles. They show my personality. And while that is super true, it's super true, and you're not going to fight wrinkles totally, right? Or you would look really weird at 70, like, right? You would look super creepy, and you earn your face. You earn your face. So you want it to be still like showing your expressions and stuff, right? I love that if a woman is over 60, I can usually tell what her personality is like without even talking to her, based on her smile lines or frown lines, right? My dad has this. Even when he smiles, he looks like this. And I saved up money for years for Botox because I was terrified that this was going to happen to me. Just like all the time. It's like, good job, I love you. Super creepy. Okay, so he's a grumpy little man. He is. And he was a military corporal. He's a grumpy, scary, Napoleon complex kind of man. So, yeah. So, and he looks it. So it's really important that you know that when we talk about age fighting, that we don't mean that it's bad to age. We want you to age, but we want you to do it gracefully. And we want you to do it with us. So this 4-product regimen uses the latest skincare science to deliver younger looking skin for all skin types. So how many of you have sensitive skin? Okay, great, this is for you. How many of you have ever had rosacea? How many of you know what rosacea is? Who knows what rosacea is? Yeah, okay, great. And I give them tickets and I get them to tell me, right? So rosacea is a skin condition that, causes redness in the cheeks. This is clinically formulated for that. So isn't that exciting? Because you don't have to worry. This is sensitive skin formulated. Okay, and then I want you to talk about the benefits that Mary Kay delivers. And I'm going to start with the 5 essential steps to younger looking skin. So in any skincare line you purchase, and if you really hate me and you really hate everything you tried today, I just want you to look for these things in a skincare line because I told you you'd learn something today. So even if you don't want to buy Mary Kay, that's totally fine. But I want you to look for this in a skincare line. First, I want you to know that a Miracle Set will cleanse to remove makeup and impurities. So it's really important that a skincare line cleans your face. It's going to exfoliate to remove dead surface cells that dull the skin. So remember when we exfoliated your hands? That's the point of that is that you can't rehydrate a dead skin cell. It's dead. It doesn't come back to life. There are no zombie skin cells. Okay? It freshens to tone the skin and refine the pores. So it's going to shrink and tighten the pores. It moisturizes to hydrate for soft, smooth skin, and it helps to protect the skin from the sun and environmental damage. So I want you to think really carefully about the skincare line you're currently using. Does it do all of that? All right, so this Miracle Set doesn't just do all of that. It also offers 6 additional benefits. It's going to smooth, reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, visibly firm, soften, energize, and renew your skin. So you get all 11 age-defying benefits in one set. In one set. Who can get excited about that? One thing. Now this looks like 4 products and it looks like 4 steps. It's not, it's 3. 3 in the morning and 3 at night. So it's even less time. We're talking 30 seconds. Okay. They're reading all of this, guys. You think they're not reading that? They're reading it. So if you haven't seen the front, it's got the clinical benefits. And by the way, often people will ask me what clinical means. Clinical means in a lab, not done by us. So when I say that the Satin Hands hand cream is clinically proven to hydrate for 24 hours, and she says, oh, how do you know that? I say, it's not just that I decided it was 24 hours. It's not just all of us anecdotally going, yeah, my skin feels soft. Doesn't it still feel soft? Still hydrated, right? It's in a lab. It's done in a lab. Any questions so far? Sure? All right, so now we're going to apply your cleanser. So you ready? So I'm going to take you through the 5 essential steps right now, starting with the Time-Wise 3-in-1 cleanser. So I've given you the formula that's right for your skin, because remember I asked you before, the party to pre-profile, and I asked you what your was. So I want you to use your facial cloth to wet your face, okay? And then I want you to go ahead and apply the cleanser. That's in number 1, because I didn't do satin lips, right? So in this case, it would be number 1. And I want you to go upwards and outwards with this. Rub outward and outward, and you can go in small circles, or you can just go upwards. There's big debate about the small circles. I do not believe in small circles. Some people do. We may have had a major argument on a conference call. So, we're still friends.
Can I ask why?
Okay, so dermatologists are split on this too. As long as you're going very, very gently in small circles, it can be beneficial, but most people go very roughly in small circles, and then what they're doing is they're stressing out that pore. So they're taking the hair, and then they go in circles, and then the bottom of the hair makes the pore bigger, which therefore increases oil production and makes that pore bigger, right? So I believe that you should just gently lift that hair up, unless you're using something like a Skin Figure 8 brush. But what was happening, and the reason they chose the small circles, is because when we told them to go upwards and outwards, and then we told them they needed the brush, they were like, wait a second. And a lot of consultants couldn't tell them why. So it's okay to say small circles. If they put it in here, you're fine. Okay? All right. So upwards and outwards. Can you feel the little beads work? Can you feel the little beads at work? Yes? Okay, these gentle cleansing beads are going to exfoliate your skin. They're going to remove dead skin cells, revealing fresher, newer skin. So as you apply, you're treating your skin to the outstanding cleansing and makeup remover, and you're also getting 3 steps in one product. 3 steps. That's why we call it 3-in-1. It's going to cleanse, it's going to exfoliate, and it's going to freshen. So when you're finished, just remove your cleanser with the wet facial cloth. And I mean, this is better in the shower, but I just don't do any parts in the shower anymore. I always say that, and then I cut way back since the restraining order. And they always laugh, so it always works. And so how many of you don't necessarily wash your face before you're going to bed? Okay, before Mary Kay, I didn't either. And I didn't believe in it. I didn't think I needed it, and especially when I wasn't wearing makeup, I didn't think I needed to wash my face. So how many of you agree with that? You're like, I don't need to wash my face. Okay, or how many of you don't wash your face in the morning because you haven't gone anywhere, right? So I totally believe that. But somebody told me to think about my glasses or my car windshield. Think about how dirty those get in one day. Car windshields, by the way. This is for me. I said that. I always say this. So the world's mad gross. I always say that. They didn't so much put mad gross in the flip chart, but the windshield, okay? So that same stuff is coming into contact with your skin and you don't even see it. And then when you go to bed, you're rolling around on your pillow and you wake up and that dirt and grime is still there. So you wanna make sure you're washing your face twice a day, morning and night, especially before going to bed. And in the morning, all of that junk that got pushed into your pores has been pushed out, and if you don't wash your face, you're pushing it back in. Good? So if you want to enhance the lather, you can add a little extra water. So you just say that. If you want to, so that's where the shower thing comes in. So you could be like, if you would like to enhance the lather, or you could say, I don't do parties in the shower anymore. It's totally up to you. Now let's talk about wrinkles. And you're going to do this so fast. Because if you don't, her skin is drying out as we speak. Are you guys okay if I sit down?
Yes.
Does that like kill you or anything? Okay. So normally I would stand, but my feet hurt and I have a blister right at the bottom of the line for my toenail, you know, because of the big toe shoes. So,
But you got really cool shoes.
I always have really cool shoes, but yes. All right, so let's talk about wrinkles. We already talked about this, that, you know, what happens to your skin when you're aging. So Mary Kay scientists have discovered the key to help diminish the signs of aging with the time-wise day solution and the night solution. So we're gonna start with this. So if anybody has an SPF sensitivity, you can apply it to the back of your hand instead of to your face. So everyone else, go ahead and apply that to your face now in an upward and outward motion. You'll use this every morning right after cleansing. Oh, go ahead, yeah. And then does anyone know why we always put on our skincare in an upward motion? So see, small circles, this is their compromise. Upward motion. It's to counteract the fact that the gravity is always pulling our skin down. So now we're gonna take the time-wise night solution. So normally you're gonna apply this to your face in the evening after you cleanse, but I want you to see what it feels like. So today, let's apply it to the back of your hand or to the neck. I really like it on the neck, personally. So how many of you do it on the neck at the party? Yeah, I like it on the neck, personally. Anybody else do it on the hands? Inner wrist? No? Where do you apply the night solution? Do you apply night solution at all? Anyone? Bueller?
I used
Yeah.
to. Stop.
Where are you putting the night solution on at parties? Okay. Is anybody skipping the night solution and day solution? Okay. Do you not like money?
Do you want to talk about it?
If you introduce the day and night solution and the miracle set's 157 and then they see that they can get the basic for 65, they'll buy the basic for 65. If you tell them the basic 65, they will buy one thing. Because now they're saving money. Aha, okay. Can you all see me? Yeah, there. Sorry, Pam, and whoever else is on the thing. I don't even know if anyone's actually still on. Okay, so you can apply this to your neck or to the back of your hand. So night solution actually helps renew your skin while you sleep. So see those little NutriBeads? They burst as you dispense the serum to deliver antioxidants essential for the renewal process. It also contains age-fighting peptides to help reduce the appearance of expression lines and visibly smooth your skin. Okay? So I always put the excess on the backs of my hands anyway, because your hands are the first place on your body to show age. Did you know that? And they always do that. Okay? Good? Any questions so far? You have to go so crazy fast with this because if she doesn't have day solution on her face, she will be sad. The day solution will at least make her face feel moisturized, right? But if she has dry skin and then she used a cleanser, and then she's sitting there trying to listen to you and you're talking for 20 minutes about day solution, she will be like, I hate you and everything you stand for. And if you really want to know how your skin feels in a facial, I want you to make an appointment with another person on our team and each do a facial on each other, full including the products. Pretend you are actually at a facial. And then I want you to see what your skin feels like when you have to wait in between for things. Or if you get the wrong formula or whatever. And then you can give each other compliment sandwiches. That's one compliment, one criticism, one compliment. Yeah? Okay. So then I'm going to flip again. I'm going to talk about the age-fighting moisturizer. All right. So how many of you have ever bought a moisturizer and you're like, this thing does nothing? Yeah, and how many of you have ever thought because you're oily that you don't need a moisturizer? Yeah, all right, so that's the cool thing about this is that we have 3 different formulas actually. We have normal to dry, combination to oily, and then one that's for both with an SPF. So if you chose not to go with the day solution, you could add your SPF in this step. So do you know that the lack of firmness in the skin is caused in part by the loss of moisture? There's a difference between a grape and a raisin. So you can help prevent this moisture loss with Time-Wise age-fighting moisturizer. So go ahead and apply this to your face with your fingertips. You're gonna use your moisturizer every day. So you're gonna use it right after the day solution or the night solution. Good? It's going to hydrate your skin for up to 10 hours. It's formulated with a patented complex that reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles by accelerating the skin's natural renewal process. Plus, it contains a powerful antioxidant to help guard against free radical damage. Doesn't your skin feel amazing? That's it. That's the miracle set. Okay? Good? Now, obviously, there's going to be questions in between. Obviously, people are going to stop, and you're going to be asking different things, and maybe you'll hand out tickets in between. So don't feel like you have to follow the script exactly. The reason I'm doing this for you today, even though you might know all of these things, is that you need to hear it, because otherwise you'll get your flip chart and just flip it. How many of you didn't actually read it off? I know the C's did. Okay, I didn't. I did, Crystal. I seriously didn't, and I was like, oh, I have to use this at my party.
I looked at the first couple pages.
So did I. It is okay to not have good attention to detail. And how many of you haven't even seen it yet? So how many of you want it now? Yeah? Okay, good.
I have 2.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. You said that you use this at facials. So do you use this when you're one-on-one?
Yeah. When I was a new consultant, I used this for everything.
I remember.
I didn't necessarily read it for script because I was trying to build a relationship with her. So at a one-on-one, I would just keep it in front of me so that I was flipping, and I would remember to say follow-up appointment, and so that she could see the pretty pictures, because it was important, and it helps my recruiting average. So yeah, I totally use it at facials. You just would change it a little bit. You wouldn't say like, let's go around the table. There's nowhere to go. Yeah. And if you say it, you just make a joke like, you know, you and your imaginary friends, because you're hosting. So at your next party, like that, right?
And my other question was, and I know you've told us this before, but I can't remember, and I get asked this on, or quite a lot. Why is the normal to dry cleanser different from the combination oily? Like, why is the combination oily jelly and the normal to dry? What makes it white?
I don't know what makes it white, but all I say when somebody asks me that
it's not
is
a moisturizer.
it's not a moisturizer,
No,
but it does have moisturizing properties.
Okay.
So I just say they're specially formulated for each different skin type.
Okay.
So then a combo oily wouldn't want a thicker ingredient in there like the normal dry one. It's thicker.
Okay.
That's all I say. It harass me. Yeah, Bree.
How is the SPF moisturizer both?
It's okay. How is it both? It isn't. If you have super oily skin, you are going to hate the Time-Wise SPF moisturizer by itself. Yep. Okay? Sorry. It's supposed to be for both, but the reason that our day solution has been so popular is because it's so thin and it doesn't feel thick on the face. But if people cheap out and don't want the day solution, right, then they can get that. And like I said, there are things changing, right? So when that changes, they will get different pages. Cool? Yeah. All right. So now that your skin's been flawlessly pampered, perfectly pampered, we're going to give it a flawless foundation really quick. So foundation is the final step in any good skincare routine. It helps protect your skin from the environment. It evens skin tone. It covers flaws for a radiant, healthy looking skin. It acts like a barrier of protection against the environment. So we're going to use the Mary Kay CC cream. Does anyone know what CC cream stands for? Okay, some people don't. Some people ask me what's the difference between a BB and a CC. This is where I'm handing out tickets. It stands for complexion corrector, and it's ideal when lightweight, natural looking coverage is what you want. Okay, if this isn't what you want and you want something thicker, then at your next appointment, you can try that. So I want you to use your fingertips to apply the CC cream to your face. Again, I have to reiterate, do not put CC cream on the tray in advance. Do not wait until that moment and put it on the tray. Why? Because it naturally will oxidize to the color underneath it. And if you put it on a black tray, it is now black before they put it on their skin and they're like, no.
I'm going to test that. I believe you, but I want to see it.
I never even put it together. I had to ask it leadership why it does that, because I was like, is it the air? Like, what is it? And she goes, well, are you putting it on a black with a clear tray with a black thing. And I was like, well, yeah. She goes, it color adjusts. Okay, so it gets a lot darker, and then they look at it and they're like, oh no,
I've never
I'm
noticed
not
that.
putting
I
that on
have
my face.
squirted it on trays pre,
Yeah,
but not very often.
so don't do it on the tray pre in advance, okay?
How come I look so white still then?
Different skin tones.
But
Right.
like if I put it on, shouldn't they correct it to my skin tone? 'Cause
It'll only do so much. Like if I put it very light on there, it won't get like super dark. But if I put a medium to deep on there, it will look like deep or very deep. So it goes about 2 shades darker than it should be. It
Well, I
won't
didn't
go
put
from
the
like
light-
very light to deep.
I didn't put the very light on, but
No, but you
I
put
put
the
the-
deep on.
I put the medium to deep on.
Yeah, and
And
it's
you
too
said I
light.
still look too light.
It's, yeah, you look like a corpse. No medium to deep for you. We're going to deep because it will color adjust the other way too. So it might show up. And so when you're putting your CC cream on, if it looks too light going on, but it adjusts, then you just have to know that it's going to adjust or not. Generally speaking, don't you find it looks too dark going on to make the right color?
It looks
Yeah.
orange on me and then
It gets better.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Always.
it's better to go where it looks too dark when it first goes on, and then it fades back, but sometimes it won't get that much darker properly on your skin. It just gets too like yellow or too pasty looking. Like it doesn't get it right.
So do you remember my pictures from Phantom? Did you
Yeah.
look at those?
Yeah.
I did a squirt of the deep and the medium to deep.
See?
That was good.
Yeah, it was awesome. I didn't look at it going, what the hell's wrong with him on his face? I didn't, I swear, I thought you looked beautiful. So it must have been good.
I felt beautiful even though I was in a lot of pain.
Well, I know, but it was beautiful, and you got to go to Phantom, so, you know. Okay, so all that you're doing is this. So notice we haven't done eye makeup remover here. We haven't done mascara, none of that. So they still got their normal eye makeup on. If they didn't show up with eye makeup, go well. They don't need it. Okay? And then, so what adjective would you use? Sorry, I went too far. So a great benefit of knowing me, and it says a great benefit of having your own independent beauty consultant. I was just saying. So knowing me is good, okay? Because I can help you. I'm going to help you find the right foundation. I'm going to help you find the right shade. I'm going to help you find the right formula, from CC cream to mineral powder to full coverage liquid foundation. So if you're looking for more coverage or a different shade, if I gave you the wrong one today or we didn't have the right one for you, we can talk about those other options for you during your individual consultation. And we'll do a personalized shade match at your follow-up appointment. So if I get over to you with the other table and I look at you and I'm like, don't order that color, I'll know what to order for you, okay? Because remember, brand new beauty consultants, they only have 2 colors in their kit, right? They have light to medium and medium to deep. If somebody is very pale, she's not going to enjoy the very light or the light to medium. So then you just go, don't worry, it's your individual consultation. We'll pick the right color for you. So she puts it on and goes, look, and you go, just buff it off. I just usually give her an empty cloth, not a wet cloth. Does this happen to you guys? Where you've got the wrong foundation color on, like the wrong CC cream, and you're looking and you're like, no. Do you say something?
Yes.
Good, okay? Please do not be the person who doesn't say anything because she knows. And then just give her a plain white cloth, like just our normal cloths, but not with water on it, and just get her to kind of buff it into her skin a little bit, and it won't take off everything you've already done, and it won't like mess her face up too much. And just go, you're going home, right? Like you're not stopping at the grocery store or anything, because if you are, we'll fix it. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. There's been times I don't have it, where I thought I had it, and then I have 3 medium to deeps and no light to mediums in my kit. Like, you know, I lend it to somebody and they mess it up, or we're at an event, we put everything back, and then all of a sudden I don't have the right things. It happens. So you just kind of go with the flow, okay? And you just emphasize the next appointment, at the next appointment, at the next appointment, okay? So how does your face feel right now? So feel your face. How's it feel? Yeah. And that's only for one use, right? So it feels super awesome, right? So then I want to talk to you about the different options that we have that are customized to your special skincare needs. So I'm just going to show you these. We have 3 other skincare sets that are customized for you. We have a botanical effects for simple beauty. It says, I always say this is our teen line. Personally say that. Clear proof acne system for acne prone skin, and the time-wise repair for advanced age-fighting needs. So that is to repair something that's already happened, not to prevent it. All right, the firming eye cream is a customer favorite time after time because it fights the look of fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. I will still be demoing firming eye cream. No, wait, I'm not stopping. So I would just keep this page, right? And I would still do the microdermabrasion on an elbow because they do it at almost every party. So I do microdermabrasion on one elbow, okay? So I'll still do those things, but that's when I would do it. Questions? You guys get it? Because you might want, if you do have more products, you're gonna want to demo more products. This is designed for a beginner, and you can change this up, and you can like just talk about it without having to have an extra page for it. So how many of you have tried specialized products that your girlfriends swear by? That they didn't do anything for you? Okay, how many of you bought a pair of jeans that your girlfriends tell you are the best pair of jeans in the whole world? And they didn't work for your butt? Everybody's different. Every face is different. So we're here to offer you customized skincare. So that means that every skincare line, they all go together. They're all pH balanced to work together. So we can mix and match to get it perfect for you. And don't forget, we have the return policies so that you can make that happen. That's what I was saying. So it says that every specialized product, everyone's skin is different. I always do the butt thing. Okay, so at your follow-up appointment, we're gonna do a checkup from the neck up to make sure that products you purchased today are working for you. And you're also gonna have the opportunity to choose what kind of color look you'd like to get. So some of you might be more like dash out the door look. How many of you don't really wear makeup? Okay, and then some of you might wanna do some glam. How many of you would love to learn how to do some glam? Okay, great. Some of you would like maybe something in between. Who'd like something in between? Yeah, awesome. So we can have more of a spa appointment even at our next appointment where you can play with the other supplements. How does that sound? Like the charcoal mask. It says like the microdermabrasion, but because I done with the micro, that's what I would do. And so if you decide to share your follow-up, and I do suggest that because isn't it way more fun to shop with friends, with a few friends like Cindy did today, you're gonna receive some great Mary Kay perks. And there's room here to tell the perks if you want to. So you could write that down. So now everybody fluff up your hair. And I want you to hold your mirror at arm's length because this is how people see you. Now you could, before you do this, how many of you would want to do a 5-minute face in between this? Okay, so this would be the point that you would do that. Okay, so let's color your world. That's the point where you would stop and do some makeup. Maybe some mascara, maybe a lip gloss, maybe a cream eyeshadow, nothing crazy. Bronzer, 5-minute face. Or if you were doing a skincare party with a smoky eye, this is where you would do it. You just wouldn't say these things. You should have that page. Let's color your world. How do you not have that? Weird. Huh? Is it maybe it's out of order?
There it is.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Maybe I've got it in the wrong order.
Go back
Right?
one.
No? I'm good? Okay.
What is it?
Well, there it is. So flip your hair, it's on page 33 and then color it.
I'm back?
31.
No, you're good.
Oh, no, I'm good. I just went back one. Okay. So this color education one, this is where I would personally pause to do the makeup part of the rest of the profile. Okay, so I would do the makeup here. Yes? Questions about that? Do I need a separate page for each makeup product? No, because I want to go fast for makeup now. Right? Okay, and then at the end, now, so this is done. So whatever you've done on their faces is done. If you haven't done anything, that's okay too. You can stop at the CC grade. You do not have to keep going. So how many of you are scared of makeup? A skincare party? This, you don't have to do anything. So I'm going to show you why, okay? So your follow-up appointment, you get all the hostess perks, blah, blah, blah. Everybody fluff up your hair. Hold your mirror out at arm's length because this is how people see you. This is my line too, but he didn't take the kiss you or kill you part. Because I always say anybody who's looking at you this close either wants to kiss you or kill you. Or is he performing dental operations? And they don't care what your skin looks like. So I want you to hold your mirror out here. Okay, hold your mirror out and take a look in the mirror and I want you to tell yourself you look fabulous.
I look fabulous.
And they do that. They all do it. They all do it. How many of you felt a little awkward, but you totally were going to do it? You would do it. Even the introverts do it. So this is my favorite part of the party. This is the compliment time. There's nothing that feels better than a genuine compliment. Don't you agree? So we're going to go around the room and we're going to share the improvements you're already noticing about each other. The improvements you're already noticing about each other. Let's start by complimenting whoever, okay? And then you stand behind the person that they're complimenting. So you're going to go around to that person and you're going to kind of, you can like grab around her shoulders if you feel comfortable. You can, whatever, just stand behind her. And you're just like, what do you guys notice, like, about Joanne's skin or about, like, and you're, you know, and just go around the table and they all say a compliment. And I do say, though, if you can't figure out something that you want to say or whatever you were going to say has been stolen, tell Joanne something you love about her personality. This is a part that every time I skip, I regret. Every time I skip the compliment time, I regret it. I was taught to do this, and every time I skip it, I'm sad. Because this part makes everybody smile, and it makes everybody so happy. And then happy people buy more. So even if I'm running out of time, I do not skip this part. So doesn't it feel great to get compliments? So I want to make sure that you're getting those compliments today and forever. So your follow-up appointment, make sure we're going to fine-tune your skincare routines to make sure that everything's working best for you. And this does say direct your compliments to the quietest person at the table, so the livelier people will speak. So if Erica was at my table, right, I wouldn't ask for everybody to compliment Erica first. Okay, I would ask I would be behind the quietest person, and then Erica would for sure compliment, right, and we'd get the ball rolling. Good? Now, here's what I love. I love that this is in here. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, the beauty of friendship. So you know that I told you that Mary Kay's mission is to enrich women's lives. Okay, and I bet you have women in your lives that do that for you. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think a moment about some of your favorite women. And maybe they're here at the table, but maybe they're not. The ones that you can always count on, the ones you truly love and appreciate. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could do something special for them to show them how much they mean to you? So that's the beauty of friendship. I want to give you the opportunity to treat these special women in your lives to a free makeover from me that's compliments from you. Okay, on the back of your customer profiles, this is using the customer profile. I use the 5-minute face wish list sheet. Same thing, I've got room for names, right? So on the back of the customer profile that comes in the kit, there's room for 3 names. So there's a section that says, give your friends the gift of a complimentary facial. I'm not rubbing them. I always say that, I'm not rubbing them. A facial implies rubbing. So just jot down the names of women you want to appreciate, along with their phone numbers, and I'm going to contact them to let them know that we have a fun surprise for them on your behalf. I won't stop them. So just knowing that you were thinking of them is going to put a smile on your friends' faces. And most women are super excited to book their free pampering sessions. If they say no, I'll thank them for their time and ask them to call and thank you for thinking of them. That's it. They don't say no. My last party I did exactly like this, and usually I get a few people who are like holdouts for the referral game, and nobody did. Everybody was like, oh yeah, I can do that. Because I got them to think about the people that we loved in advance. So now just write those names and numbers down. Yeah? Okay, if they're from out of town, put that they're out of town. I'll send them a little pampering package straight from you. Don't skip it. If you do not want to farm cheddar, and you do not want to do facial boxes, and you do not want to do freaking trade shows, then don't skip this part. Sorry.
You feel strong about that, Carol?
A little bit. A little bit. Do not skip the freaking follow-up, and do not skip the freaking referrals. You're doing all that work anyway, and then you miss it. Sorry, Jade, you're recording me, and I just slammed this thing down right there. Okay. I hope you all had fun. Did you all have fun? They do this, right? I hope you learned some useful tips about the importance for caring for your skin. Can I take a moment to show you our most popular sets? Great. Everybody turn over the placemat in front of you. So that placemat does not come in the kit. It is available on Staples online store. So you go to In Touch, you go to Business Tools, and then there's the Staples store. It says offers, doesn't say offers from retailers. You go to the Staples store and it's right there. It's already loaded in. And you can select however many you want, get them printed, and pick them up at the store. They're all laminated, everything. Okay, and they're really beautiful set pages. They have the prices on them. So I would not use these as a placemat. I would hand them out at the end. I would. I don't like them knowing the prices while we're doing the facial, because then they're going, oh my God, $107. Okay, so this is right there. I'm going to give it to them afterwards. And I'm going to keep using my wish list, and I'll still keep doing the prices all the way down. Okay, but I want you to hear about this part first. Okay, so as you look over the set, circle the ones you'd like to take home if money were no object. Okay, and when we get together individually, I'll tell you more about how we could earn some of these products for free. This is implying they're not laminated, but I don't want you going through tons of colored paper, so you could just don't get them to circle it, right? Okay?
Or you can have a whiteboard marker.
You could do a whiteboard marker if you really wanted to, okay? And of course the set, of course the set we tried today was the Time-Wise Miracle set, which goes for $157. Remember, we've talked about this, do not say $157. $157. If you're looking for a more simple routine, not if you're poor. Don't say that. or if it's too expensive for you. Don't say that, okay? So if you're looking for a more simple routine, you can take home the Time Ice 3-in-1 Cleanser and Age-Fighting Moisturizer for only $65. And for the ultimate skincare regimen, you can add the Firming Eye Cream and the Microdermabrasion Plus set to the Miracle Set for a total of $257. Plus, you can add your perfect shade of CC Cream to any of these sets for only an extra $22. And that's when you say $22, okay? You say the dollar. Remember how great our hands felt after trying the Satin Hands Pampering Set? You can take home that special treat for only $51. And there's an equally amazing Satin Lip Set for only $32. I'm going to give you a minute to look over the great sets shown here. Please feel free to ask me any questions you might have.
Where again did you say it was In Touch Business Tools Staple Store?
Yeah, Staple Store. Now, here's the thing. I would probably move these pages around. So this is the tablecloth. I would probably do this before I did the prices. Which is why I love that we can do this with this. Like, I love that it's in a binder. I would probably do this, and when you hear it, maybe you'll agree with me. So I want everyone to close your eyes. I want you to imagine you're going into your closet to find a special outfit that you wore to a party or a special occasion. Can you see that outfit? The one you felt so good in. I want you to think of all the accessories that went with it. Your jewelry, a handbag, those shoes. Now I want you to think about how much that complete outfit cost. Was it $100, $200, $300, more? Open your eyes. In the last year, how many times have you worn that special outfit? Okay, now let's put that price into perspective, because that outfit is going to sit in your closet about 364 days a year. But you'll wear these Mary Kay products on your face every day, not just on special occasions. And what's the first thing that people see when they meet you? Not your clothes, your face. That's why skincare is the best investment you can make in your appearance. You can't throw your old face away and buy a new one, which is why I enjoy teaching women like you how to keep the face you have looking radiant and beautiful, so you always feel confident when you look in the mirror. So I would probably do that first before I did the prices. However, the reason they got it like this is because the argument was that this way, if they've got sticker shock, then you've overcome their objection.
Yeah.
I personally like to overcome the objection before they even get it, because now they're convincing themselves. But you do you. Whatever. All right, so who likes party favors? Who likes presents? I've got a present for everybody. I'm going to give you each a special color card. So this is exactly, no makeup at this party, right? I'm going to give you each a special color card that has 3 eyeshadows, a cheek color, and a lipstick. You're going to play with it when you get home, or you can try whichever products you like while I'm doing the individual consultations. So I'll still make sure there's some beauty tools here available for you. So you can do that right now if you want, and it'll give you a taste of what's to come at your follow-up appointment. So if you did the 5-minute face, you could just do this. You can hand them this, right? So they've got a lip gloss on, they can still try lipstick on, or they can take it home. I've so enjoyed it. I hope you had fun too. And Cindy, thank you so much for being an awesome hostess. I really love and value all your opinions about the Mary Kay products you tried. So please take a few minutes to answer the questions on the backs of your customer profiles. And I've got it more in a survey on mine. Either way, and then I'll meet you for your individual consultation. I'm going to customize a skincare program just for you. Let's start right now, and let you go with the most energetic guest, unless somebody's really got to go. So in this case, you would pick Erica. Because now what Erica's going to do is she's going to be like, sure, let's go. And you go into the next room. She's like, she's still shopping. Maybe you can hand out catalogs at this point if you want. Because maybe they didn't come for skincare and they still want makeup, right? So you can still hand out these catalogs. And then Erica's going to come into the next room with me. And when she comes back, she's going to be like, oh my God, you guys, I bought this, and I bought this, and I bought this, and I bought this. And then she starts telling them, and they're more excited.
This is weird.
And well, that's probably why everybody tries to recruit you. I was exactly the same, right? And I knew everything, every name for every product. And I'm like, yeah, that's the Zoe Lariat, or that's for this. And they're like, why don't you sell this? Because I sell Mary Kay. And even when I didn't, I would say, if I ever sold anything, it'd be Mary Kay. They make 50% profit. She'd be like, thank you. So grab your purse, your customer profile. We'll be back in a minute. And Cindy, you can go ahead and serve refreshments. Okay? Good? And then there's a script for the individual consultation. So you take this with you. Yeah. You're just going to pack this around. I love this. Nod your head, yes. In French, insert pause, long pause, right? It's nice to do long pause. No. Just nod your head yes.
You could
Tilt your head and nod your head yes.
Those highlighted, so you know
Yes.
it's action versus
Action versus, and it is italicized, but if you have a hard time, like, you can just, you know. So did you have a good time today? Yeah? All right. So how does your face feel? Not do you like your face. How does your face feel? I just want you to touch your face, and you do this. You do this. So you go, how does your face feel? And you use the back of your hand because it's softer. Feel the, okay, do this right now. Feel your face with the one side. Now with the other. Which one makes your skin feel softer? Yeah. So when you do it, you're like, touch your face. How does it feel? Just use the back of your hand. How's that feel? Touch my face. Touch my face. So do you have any questions for me as your independent beauty consultant? This is a great question. Because now didn't it make it seem like I'm the big expert and now I'm your independent beauty consultant forever, for life, okay? Tell me, what did you like best about the Miracle Set? So not, hey, what do you want to buy, Erica? How do I become a consultant, right? Okay, yeah, but they might, okay? So what do you like best about the Miracle Set? Did you circle your favorite sets on your placemat? So if money were no object, what sets would you want to take home with you today? Okay, and what are you most comfortable taking home with you right now? Great. And then you take out the sales ticket and start writing. Okay? Is there anything else you'd like to add while she's still looking at the catalog? And you're just quiet and you let her choose. Be quiet and you let her choose. Did I tell you I met that lady? She was doing a speech at the top director trip and I was like, I know your voice. And I went running over to her and I was like, get her voice, get the voice. And she's like, the Set the Pace for Success collection. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, now you be quiet and you let her choose. And she's like, oh my God, you're exactly, like, that's exactly my voice. And then there were like 3 of us and we were all doing it at the same time. Yeah. This is my bread now. Okay, so, and then you're just like, I just want to know, how would you like to take care of this? Is it check or is cash? I don't advise taking check, but in the States, they take a lot of checks. So, you know, EMT, cash, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, blah, 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 complete the transaction, okay? And then for your follow-up appointment, what's usually best for you? And you have to go with your own schedule here. If you don't have morning appointments available, you can't say morning. Because then she's like, mornings. You're like, oh, crap. So whatever's best for you. So you say, is it morning or afternoon, or is it Saturday morning or Saturday night? Like, what's best for you? Okay, great. I have this and this date available. Which works better for you? You're going to whip out your calendar. Okay, have her write her name, phone number, and address in the time slot in your date book. Look what it says. Does it say you write her name, address, and phone number? Why do we want her to write it?
Because then she's accountable for keeping the appointment.
Yeah.
I was
Now
going to say,
she
then you
feels
actually know
committed.
the exact spelling.
And you feel that she feels committed. It's psychological. She wrote it down.
That's her spot.
Okay, and you feel free. You create. Robin, show me your calendar. And what I did when I did it like this with the calendar is I had the available time slots in pink highlighter.
I don't have pink highlighter, but this
But
is
she
fine.
would find a spot, and I would just say find a spot with pink highlighter and write your name in there. Okay. That way she's not, you know, like if I only give her the 2 dates, and if she says, well, I don't know, I just go flip through here, find something with a pink highlighter spot that would work for you. Okay? Yeah.
And I'm just gonna add a side note. It's important to have them write it and not just use them. They write it, so they're more likely to also.
Yes. Exactly. And then I usually put it in her calendar on her phone for her. I'm usually like, give me your phone.
Send reminders.
But usually before this point, I also send her a friend request. So I'm like, is this you? Okay, great. Good. Give me your phone. Click accept. Okay, great. And now, calendar, here's that of your appointment. I totally do. I'm like, if you don't like me, just delete me later. Promise not to cry. Yeah, and then I say, would you like to be added to my quarterly VIP sales group? I do a sale once a quarter in there. And they go, yeah, and I write their name. I write it at the top of their wish list. That's it. Okay? So do you know it's absolutely fine if you don't want to have a follow-up. So this is where you're going to deal with the objection. So if she's pausing, it's absolutely fine. You can still be my customer for life. But because our products are guaranteed, that's why we recommend doing this checkup from the neck up. Plus, Cindy's going to receive credit because you booked at her party. Plus, Cindy's going to receive credit because you booked at her party. And a lot of people ask me what I give So the Mary Kay plan is that you get 10% if there's no bookings, 50% with one, whatever. I personally do what Cabby does, which is if that person has the appointment, not just books it, when she has that appointment, I call Cindy and say, hey, guess what? Kimberly had a party or her appointment, and you get to pick an item at half price. Okay? So I write Cindy when I do her appointment, so that I know that when she does it and actually holds the appointment, I didn't give away 20% just because people said they would do it and nobody actually did anything. Okay? I usually give, now I'm doing like free products for 3 guests and a bigger size product for 5. And then I give them 50% off at the party, but then as well, later on, so when Janelle has her appointment next month, I can give her another item or set at half price. And then I just go, hey, guess what? Janelle had her appointment. Or if she shows up at Janelle's party, she's gonna get to pick an item or set at half price. It's awesome.
So when you give them a half price item, you actually let them choose a set so they could get the miracle set for half price?
It depends if I like her or not.
Because that's what I do, right?
I wouldn't give a whole miracle set for half price. I'd usually just do an item for a person. If she did a party, maybe, but.
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean, for like a party.
If she did a party, maybe, but usually I don't, because if you think about it, that's a lot. Like, I would give more than that in percent. So I usually just do one item, right? If she wants a miracle set, she can have 4 people have follow appointments. So then you're gonna share your appointment with several friends. You're gonna get it for free with a discount, blah, 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 whatever your discount is. And it can be a beauty of friendship party. So you know how you wrote these names down? We can use those names and you can make your beauty of friendship party. So how does that sound? Great. Okay, if the guest has shown enthusiasm, you know, give her a name as a potential name, team member, whatever, then you're gonna do number 4. So if you've done the profile card or you've done a pink slip or whatever, so you seem like you really, so Erica, I'm gonna use you because you're right in the middle, you're right in my line of sight. So Erica, you seem like you really enjoyed yourself tonight. Yeah, I think that you like really like skincare and makeup, don't you?
I love makeup and I love not spending a ton of money in Sephora. So if I could be a consultant, that would be.
You're skipped ahead, dude. You're just totally, she's too easy. Okay,
Well,
be a little harder.
how easy it was.
I know, right?
It was
That's how you got signed up.
pretty
That's me
much,
too.
yeah.
So, okay. So, like, let's do it with you're a little bit, you don't know what I'm asking. Okay. So, you seem like you enjoyed yourself tonight.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. So, like, and you love makeup and skincare. You seem
Love
to
it.
really like people. Awesome. I'd love to give you some information on the Mary Kay opportunity.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah. Like, I can give you some right now, but I'd love to get together with you for a half an hour sharing appointment to learn more. And if it isn't for you, I'd still love to have you as my customer. So, when's your next free half an hour? Tomorrow or the next day?
Tomorrow works great, yeah.
See, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour. Tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow or the next day. If she hems and haws, I go Starbucks or Timmy's. She always answers, and then she's committed. Somehow she says Starbucks, and I'm like, okay, great. Which Starbucks? The one close to you or me? Awesome. So tomorrow? Yeah. And then she's yeah. Okay.
How many times have you been stood up?
A sharing appointment? Very rarely. Like very rarely have I ever been stood up at a sharing appointment.
Why would you stand up someone that's gonna give you coffee?
Yeah. Like it's pretty rare. Okay, any questions, you guys? And now at the back of this thing, by the way, and we didn't put them all in here because we ran out of page protectors, but if you were doing a botanical effects party, there's a whole page on the botanicals, there's a whole page on clear proof, there's a whole page on repair.
Nice.
Uh-huh. So then if you knew you were doing that, you would take that out and put it in the front. Okay, so don't close this, and we're gonna go back to the I story. Go back to the I story.
Page.
Hang on. It is page 13. Page 13.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13.
What time is it?
8:41.
Wow, okay.
Tonight went fast.
So I'm gonna get Jackie and Jade to create some, where did Jade go? Did she run away? She was holding her phone. Okay, so I want you to just kind of create little pod groups. So if you can whip your chairs around to the front of the tables and just kind of create little groups or even turn around or whatever, but just little groups of 5 or 6. And I want you to work on your I stories together, okay? I want you to practice this. Now, don't write it on this page yet because you might want to change it. So I've been building, so you're gonna follow this. Before I started my Mary Kay business, write your I story. Ready? But individual groups, I want you in groups. How many people do we have here? 4. Okay, you got 4 this way, so. Yeah. I'm gonna circulate those, so I want 2 groups. So one half of the room this way is Jackie's group, so squish together as much as you can. Wiggle. And then this side is Jade's group, and I'm gonna wiggle in between you guys and like make sure I'm circulating. That's why you're in a group. That's what you're learning about. Okay?
We're learning. My eye story is cut and paste for help Michelle.
I got a second one because Chris got a second one.
Here's the thing. Do you have to say the bad reason you signed up?
It wasn't a bad reason.
Like, you have to be like, I signed up because my friend needed one more person. You could, but you could be like, have you ever had that where like your friend's doing a company and you're not really sure about it, but she needs one more person and she calls you and you're like, sure, whatever.
I have
That's what
I
happened
have
to me.
2 people lined up to when I get to DIQ for that exact reason.
Yeah. So then you say, like, does that ever happen to you? And they all say yes. And then you can say, well, that happened to me. And what was really cool is that I went to the training not knowing what the heck I got myself into. And that's when I fell in love with Mary Kay. Before I did Mary Kay, I was whatever. And it doesn't have to be your career. I was sad, or I was lonely, or I didn't have any money, or I was poor, whatever. Okay? Doesn't have to be super bad either. I stories still have value, even if they are not, like I was living in a cardboard box. And then a lipstick changed my life. I had no clothes to wear and nobody liked me. It doesn't have to be like that, okay? And people often think that an I story has to be like that in order to have value in marriage. It does not. It does not. Okay? And in fact, the more dramatic your I story is, the more people are like, that's really good for her. And they don't see it for them. Right?
Yeah.
So if your I story can be, notice I didn't say how poor I was. Did you hear that in my I story? No. Okay, sometimes I do. Just depends.
Depends on the person.
Depends. And you can edit it as needed. But I want you to get really good at your I story first before you start messing around with it. The same as when I taught you in your Highlight English and they go, well, Hemingway doesn't use full sentences. Great. When you're Hemingway, you don't have to use full sentences. But right now you have to learn what the rules are before you can break them. Okay, so just follow this plan. So I want you to just really quick, I want you to write down what you think you would say, and you can talk about it with your group, with your friends. Like you guys maybe, or you're less portable. Here, you guys come over this way. We're gonna do it like that, because this is like group together, move, yeah. And if you guys want to turn around, Kimberly's row, if you guys want to turn around to those people behind you and create this, like a small group there and a small group there, that would be even better. Would that work? You can take the orange divider down between you there, guys. Crystal, no. Crystal's like, no, I like the divider. Okay.
Oh, during my personal thing.
Where are you going?
Oh, come on over. This way, right here. Okay, hang on. Let me stop the recording. Bye.